fröhlichen guten Servus, Kinders. Ich heiße euch herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Raid of Cold Steel. Und wir stehen hier oben auf dem Dach mit unserem Rushki-Sensei. Wir sind am freien Tag von Chapter 2 und haben ein paar Chores zu erledigen. Und ich hatte doch da, das ist die Karte, die ich einst gesucht habe. Da fehlt uns noch unser Quest-Event hin. In das Gebäude hier. Ja, wir haben Sachen zu erledigen. Wo ist unser Quest? Hier, da. Wir machen gerade Book Delivery. Was machen wir? Da machen wir das hier. Wo auch immer uns das hinführt. Und wir müssen ja auch noch den einen Punkt da ausgeben. Jetzt eigentlich, wen wollten wir denn nehmen? Gaius wollte ich haben, ne? Crown Sensei, ja, Gaius. Wir haben ja schon mal einen Tag mit Elliot Punkt für Elliot verbracht, dann können wir auch mal den lieben Gaius hier einen Punkt widmen. Student Union Building, da muss ich hin. So, jetzt bin ich wieder drin. Glaube ich zumindest. Karte, wo soll ich hin? Hier ist nirgendwo. Auch gerade hier auf dem... Scheinbar doch nicht. Ich bin anscheinend falsch. Ah, in die Bücherei soll ich rein. Hätte ich mir auch denken können. Sind denn da die letzten zwei? Weil ich meine, ich habe ja erst 3 abgegeben gehabt. Da ist ein Tag vergangen seit dem letzten Mal, also... Da. Sie. Wir lesen Raid. How may I help you today? If you're here to talk history, I'm sure I can set aside a few hours of my day for an engaging little chat. Not today, thanks. Dr. Thomas is in charge of history and literature. It's not hard to tell why he was picked for the former either. I'm just here to ask whether you ordered this book from the bookstore recently. Behind the War of the Lions. Oh, you have my Behind the War of the Lions. Wait, why do you have my Behind the War of the Lions? Well, it's a long story. Den hat es wieder mal erklärt wie ein Weltmeister. I see. It all makes sense now. Thank you for going out of your way to deliver this to me. It was no trouble at all. By the way, this book provides an in-depth look at several of the mysteries surrounding the War of the Lions. So I suppose you probably figured that much out from the title and intended on covering these mysteries in class 2. But I would be more than happy to lend it to you if the premise catches your interest. I'll let you know if I find the time. Gut. Eins fehlt noch. Muss ich einmal hoch? Scheinbar nicht. Nope. Hier ist aber keiner. Haben wir dann etwa noch einen da unten? Einmal die Szene wechseln bitte, Rehen. Ach, guck mal, da ist... Ach nee, das ist die andere Quest, glaube ich, ne? Class 7 Dormitory. Lower Class Student Building, da war was anderes. Oh, was geht denn hier ab? Since we had the day off, I decided to take Rex into town. You might not think, but there's a lot of good photo material around Trista. Even things like fish swimming in the river and the changing of the flowers with the season make for great photos. Hey Fidelo, what do you say we find some cute girls to photograph? All of these scenic shots are boring me out of my skull. No complain, Rex, we're not here to mess around. Das ist doch schön, wenn sich hier Nobles und Commons treffen aufgrund eines gemeinsamen Hobbys. Oder? Ist das nicht toll? Patrick. Aber ja, solche Leute mag ich. So, denke, ich muss jetzt Drunken Sensei ihr Buch geben, oder? Das war nicht hier, sondern ein höher. Noch ein höher? Ah ja, Drunken Sensei ist ja über mir. Hello, Drunken Sensei. What's up, lad? Glad to see you hard at work as ever. I feel as though I'm wasting my brief pointing this out, but you do realize it's the middle of the day, don't you? You got a problem with me spending the afternoon drinking? This is my room and this is my beer. I'm not seeing the problem. Vernünftig, vormittags erstmal saufen. Looks like she's completely gone. I get the feeling that one odd magazine in the pile is probably hers. You wouldn't happen to know what this is, would ya? The Empire's hottest spots. Hey, that's the magazine I used the Academy's money to buy. Didn't think you read it though, too. Let's not jump to conclusions now. Looks like I was right on the mark. The truth is, declared, thanks. That explains it though. Sounds like your work for the student council is varied if nothing else. Well, might as well have a little look at it now. Flip flip. She might be the most carefree person I've ever met. That's a magazine for people looking to tour the Empire, isn't it? It seems like something you should be buying with your own money, not the Academy's. It's for your field studies. But I'm reading this so I can research potential field study locations. Yet here you are assuming I'm using it to plan a sneaky little holiday for myself. That's pretty rude, you know. I see. That certainly does sound plausible. It might not seem like it sometimes, but I guess she really is always looking out for us. Oh, the booze here looks pretty good. First it tells me about the Celtic's beer, now this, gotta appreciate them, a magazine that covers an adult's need. I take it all back, the only person she's thinking about here is herself. Right, that's all 5 of them delivered. Let's head back and report to Kate's. Yay, wir haben etwas toll gemacht. Gut, wo ist da? Nee, Bookstore. Hey, ich bin fertig mit deiner Scheiße. Looks like you've made all of your deliveries. What a boon you've been. Thank you. Always happy to be a boon. Here, I want to give you something as a token of my gratitude. They may come in handy at some point. Round bait. I think they were what appreciated. Again, I cannot overstate how thankful I am. You will be the first one I call if I ever need a hand again. Always willing to help. See you later. Ich habe Groundbait erhalten, Fisch zu machen. Okay, ich würde jetzt eigentlich gerne den Tag mit Gaius verbringen, aber wo wir schon mal hier sind, können wir ja direkt diese Quest hier machen. Für Second Dormitory, das ist hier Substitute Tutor. Something urgent has just come up, so I really need someone to take care of tutoring the kid I usually teach. I'll be waiting in the lower class dorms, so please come see me as soon as you can. Klein. Etwa der Klein? Der Klein von Schwertkunst Online. Oh, ich war ja noch nie drin. Erstmal abchecken. Was geht? Date?
No, I forgot my purse. I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. Right, now I've got everything I need. Now to hurry back and meet up with Melinda.
There's no reason to head past here. Oh, schade, ich will aber schnüffeln, Mann.
Unlike the upper class dorm, we don't have any mates here, which means we have to do our own cleaning, cooking, washing and stuff. Seems like the rich kids just head out for meals instead of cooking though.
Ja, wir auch, weißt du. So, du bist klein. Excuse me, you're klein, right? I am. He who knocked out we evil. If you're asking, you must be Rain. Yep, Rain Schwarzer of class 7 at your service. I read you wanted me to fill in for you at your tutoring job. That's right, something urgent's come up, so I won't be able to make it today. That's why I took this straight to the costume council. If you don't mind me prying, may I ask what's so urgent? Of course. Truth is, my family got in contact with me last night to tell me that my mom collapsed when she was out working. That's all I know, but I've already got tickets for the train out to the country this afternoon. I'd do the same if I were you. The house you'll be tutoring it as
It's a straight shot south from these dorms. It's by the riverside. Can't miss it. Da, wo ich immer angeln gehe. Your pupils is a boy named Emil, and you'll be speaking to his mother Melissa. Emil, etwa nicht der von ihr, Replikat? In terms of what and how you teach him, I'm leaving that up to you, and honestly, if you want to back out, that's fine too. I've already told Melissa that you're not necessarily locked in, so she'll understand if you can't make it. Thanks for giving me the out, at least. Thanks for giving me the out, at least. Alright, I probably should have asked at the beginning, but are you sure you want me doing this? I've never tutored anyone before. Well, you're a student here, so you've got the knowledge to do it at least. Darauf würde ich nicht wetten, mein Freund. Ever helped other people studying before? I've helped my younger sister with things she didn't understand at Sunday school. Oh Gott, Sonntagsschule. Then, there you have it. Emil's got all the books he needs already, so all you need to do is go through the material together. Today's topic should be orbital science, by the way. You might want to brush up at the library if you're not too confident in the area. Thank you for the information. Oh Gott, muss ich einfach Fragen beantworten? Then I've still got to pack, so I'll be heading back to my room now. Any other questions before I go? Should be fine with what you've told me. Nice, this is a real weight off my shoulders. Good luck. I do hope nothing serious happened to his mom. So today's topic is orbital science, huh? He probably had the right idea about going to the library. It's probably worth brushing up on my knowledge of the Rainford Company too. Once I've done that, I'll find that house. Also erst zur Librairie. Ich hoffe, ich muss keine Fragen beantworten. Oh, ich kann doch dahin direkt. Hier ist kein Questmarker. Nope. Das heißt, ich muss wahrscheinlich Fragen beantworten. Das war falsch. Na egal. Gut, kann ja nur schief gehen, ne, mit dem Bums hier. Lieber sicherheitshalber saven. Hallo, der ungeeignetste Teacher der Welt ist hier. Servus, bist du Emil? Client said he won't be able to make it today. I wonder what his substitute will be like. Sehr ungeeignet wird er. Guten Tag, ich bin ein Idiot. Excuse me, I was sent here by a second year student called Klein. Then you must be the one filling in for him. How thoughtful of him to find a replacement. Are you free to tutor Emil now? Wunderbar. Oh yeah, of course. Well, thank you. I'll take you to his room then. War ich schon? Well, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Reen Schwarzer. I'm the first year and a member of Class 7. Nice to meet you. Likewise. So what do you say we get started? We'll be going over all the science today, correct? That's right, I've already got my textbook ready. Soweit so gut, ich muss noch keine Fragen beantworten. Page 40, huh? So we'll be focusing more on the historical side of things. Indeed, for the record, Klein and I covered up to the beginnings of the orbital revolution last time. Truly deserves to be called a revolution for changing everyone's life so much and so quickly. I'm sure you know the answer, but let me ask to refresh myself. How long ago did the orbital revolution take place? Nein. Oh. 50. Starting with an easy one, I see. It started about 50 years ago. Make it sound like common knowledge. Should have expected you to be smart since you are a thought student. Wouldn't go that far. Follow up, do you know who invented Offmans?
Keine Ahnung. Wieso soll ich das wissen? Da fragt ja als Schüler, aber ich genauso scheiße. Russell habe ich schon mal gehört. Professor A. Russell. Sure about that, I heard about someone else. Yeah, you're actually right. Professor Russell did play a part in the Orbital Revolution. But it was his teacher, Professor Epstein. Oh Gott, okay, reden hilft mir, also so schlimm ist das auch nicht. Das beruhigt mich ordentlich. So I was right, and I started to doubt myself for a moment there. Sorry about that. Speaking of which, it was in the year 1155, just a year after his death, that the Epstein Foundation was formed by his skilled rest disciplines. Oh yes, they formed the Epstein Foundation to honor his memory, didn't they? You really are amazing. It's not true. The way you explained things probably made them even harder to understand. Either way, I think today's plan is to go over these topics as a refresher first. After that, we try and cover everything up until the year 1170 of the Septian Kalender. Sounds good to me. Bitte keine Fragen mehr für mich. Es wird nur peinlich. That's about it. Did you manage to get all that? Yes, I should be good to go. I have to admit, I'm surprised. It's hard to believe that a company as massive as the Rainford used to be just a single factory. It really is. The Orbital Revolution brought about big changes just about everywhere. But it's safe to say that the Rainford factory's transformation into such a huge corporation is one of the biggest ones. It certainly ended up having a major impact on Zemuria, so I'd have to agree. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask, what was it that the Rainford factory specialized in making? This book doesn't really mention that. Well, fuck. Rainford. It's bestimmt eine Waffenfabrik. Especially making weapons such as guns and artillery. Factory's been around for a long time. I've even heard that it was around back in the Middle Ages. That's fascinating. Thanks for letting me know. I'm impressed at just how knowledgeable you are. Ha, ich war richtig. I'm just doing my job. Oh, seems like today's session is over. Are you okay with leaving off here for the day? This is a good stopping point. So yes, it was a pleasure to have you as a tutor today. Likewise. Thank you for covering for Klein. The Emil seems to have learned a lot today. He's not a bad teacher. Ja, ich hatte 2 von 3 hatte ich richtig. I wouldn't put him on the same level as Klein, but he's made things easy enough to understand. Weißt du, das könnte man als Beleidigung ansehen, aber ich akzeptiere diesen Kommentar. Erkenne ihn an. Haha, that's still high praise. Geht so, ihr geht genau das reden. I'm glad to see you. He's happy. Well, then I have to give you something. 2000 Öcken. Nice. Thank you. Wait, Mira, I can't just take this. Why not? People normally get paid for their work. Well, I guess. Ja, Ren weiß das nicht, weil er ist nur Laufbursche für den Studencouncil. Die bezahlen ihn nicht. Didn't really feel like work to me. I guess it'd be rude to refuse it though. If you insist, thank you very much. You're welcome. I'm very grateful you filled in for Klein. Gut, damit haben wir unsere beiden Optional Sidequests durch. Na? Dann fehlt nur noch die Requested. 3 plus 1. 4. Fehlt nur noch die hier. Für... Ah, so kann ich hochscrollen. Ha? Da. Wieder ins Old Schoolhaus gehen. Jupp. Aber... Ich fast vergessen. Na, ich kann nur in den Second Floor direkt gehen, nicht direkt ins Kunsträumchen. Ich wollte ja noch mit jemandem Zeit verbringen. Gaius, ich bin's, der Ren. Lass uns abhängen. Oh, hello Ren. Sorry that I interrupted you. That's alright. Clara instructed me to do some descents, so I've been spending the day working on those. Felt a bit tired after finishing a couple of them though, so I'm just taking a break for now. Sounds like you've been working hard at least. Kind of want to see what he's like when he's drawing. Yeah. Would it be okay if I stayed a while and watched you draw like Gaius?
Gaius, nicht Gaius, Gaius. Fine by me. If you've got any good advice, I'm all ears too. Wow, that's quite the elaborate drawing. Compliments like that make me feel like I'm improving. But don't hold back if you have any criticism to make. Got it. Even though I think this looks pretty great already. You used to draw back home, right? Yeah, I taught myself be painting landscapes and, well, mostly landscapes. But Clara, the head of the club, wasn't too thrilled to hear that. How so? According to her, I draw purely by feel without even the most basic artistic techniques. She told me to take what I see and make it on my own. So I've been doing rough sketches like this since last month. In fact, I just finished my 100th sketch. That's a lot. I don't know if I'd have the patience to sit down and do that many sketches. Isn't it kind of a pain? It's not that bad. It helps that Clara's words resonate with me. That's what I'm doing with my time in the Empire after all. I'm taking what I see and making it my own. Now, seems like it might be a good time to ask. Where are you from? Suppose I never did mention that, did I? I'm from the North Highlands, to the north of the Empire. Hold on, that's where Emperor Dreichels raised his army. All this time we were learning about Nord in class, and you were from there? Well, you know, I do plan on telling the rest of the class eventually. Come to think of it, I don't know why Gaius came to Thors in the first place. Hopefully I get the chance to ask him sometime. Something wrong? No, sorry, just spacing out. I really like to see your painting when it's done. If it turns into a painting worth seeing, I'll be sure to showing you. Yeah, Bond mit Gaius. And in finishing blow. Oh yeah. So. Das ist so viele Kartenpunkte. Habe ich eigentlich schon mit allen anderen geredet, mit meinen Leuten. Mit Emma schon, mit der habe ich Zeit verbracht. Aber komm, wir sind ja gerade hier. Einmal kurz mit unseren Freunden alle reden. Hier waren welche. Da. Lucis ist hier. Sitzt da. Are you planning on spending today running around the campus on more of the student council's errands? You're a strange one, to say at least. Haha, you say that, but maybe you'd like to join me. I'm afraid I have to decline. At any rate, if being an errand boy is your thing, at least do it with the competence befitting a noble. Will do. Elliot! Mein Junge! Wer hat dich geärgert? Turns out the Wind Orchestra puts in a yearly performance. Just thinking about it makes me excited. We've got our practical exam and midterms to deal with before that though. There's so much lined up, I feel like our time here will be over before we know it. Hope we can make the most of it. Was hast du dazu? I knew that the clubs we here were pretty serious, but I was still surprised when I heard that we were going to perform. I suppose it's nice to see that the Wind Orchestra holds its members to the Academy's high standards. I wonder if Alan would come along if I invited him. Ja, Alan, der hat sich nicht getraut, sie anzusprechen. It's a Wind Orchestra tradition to hold a concert every summer. If the new recruits keep getting better, I think this year could be the best one ever. Well, I guess we'll just have to practice enough to make sure that happens. Du? I was practicing my flute and it kind of broke just a part of it, but I stuck it right back on, so I should be okay, right? Oh, she's nervous. Was sagen Sie dazu, Sensei? Ebel is doing a very nice job guiding the Wind Orchestra. They even have a performance planned for later in the year. They might not even need it, but you'll be sure to provide all of the assistance I can as their advisor. Vieh ist eine Etage tiefer. Reden wir mit Vieh. Denn Vieh hat's verdient. Vieh ist toll. Ich glaube, Vieh pennt hier, oder? Willst du schlafen? Good day, Vieh. Are you here for a nap? Yep. That's just fine by me. Go ahead and use one of the free beds. Let me go get some tea and sweets for you too. Great! Was? Die kriegt hier Tee und Gebäck? You always made it nice in here. Kinda relaxes me. Okay, Vieh kriegt hier halt Tee und Gebäck. Alles gut. Das war falsch. Aber ich stehe hier direkt. Hier ist Laura, mit ihr können wir sprechen. Laura, wenn sie am Schwimmen ist, das ist dann immer schön. Hihihi. Ich Lustmolch.
I realize she's a beginner, but it's really such a difficult goal. I could swim 50 arch with ease not long after I began. Whatever the case may be, having her put her all into accomplishing this seems to be my only option.
It seems kind of intense for a beginner. Du drownst dir gerade?
Swimming is way harder than I've ever imagined. Worse yet, I'm starting to feel like I'll never get better. I feel like I'm just wasting all the time Laura spends teaching me.
Die macht das schon super. Eventually. Gut, aber Alisa war ja nach unten. Aha, Alisa und ihr Rival hier. Servus, Alisa.
You've told everyone that you're noble, right? Now, right?
Yeah, I did. Machias isn't too happy with the turn of events, though.
Do you regret it?
No, not really. I would have found out eventually. I do want to make Machias, though.
Perhaps it's about time I tell everyone about my family, too.
Ja, solltest du.
I will absolutely not lose to Alisa. She might be a quick learner, but that's nothing compared to years upon years of experience.
Okay, wenn du das sagst. Aber ich hab vergessen, ich habe mit Tova noch nicht gesprochen. Oh, da ist ja auch Machias im Student Union Building. Wie sah das aus? Vielleicht war er auch in der Library. Aber vielleicht wird er auch im Schachclub sein. Ich meine, da ist er ja. Lower Class Chess Club. Da ist er doch. Servus, Machias. Oh, you're in Machias class too, right? What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just passing by, so I thought I'd drop in. But to be honest, I was hoping for a chance to talk to you.
Well, I've got nothing to talk to you about. I'd rather you just leave me alone. I'm busy plotting how to take your dear fellow nobles down a few notches.
Machias, are you okay?
Well, this strategy backfired. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. Oh, der ist immer noch pissig. Ich will nicht, dass er pissig ist. Tova, red mit Machias. Er ist pissig.
Oh, hi, Rain. I hear you ran into Angie yesterday.
Angie? Oh, Angelica.
Yep, that's her. Crow, George, Angelica, and I have all been friends since we were first years.
I was wondering about that, actually. How did you all come to be friends? None of you were in the same class, and you're all part of different clubs, so...
Oh, the Academy gave us all a little assignment of sorts to take care of last year. And as we learned to work together, we gradually became good friends.
Well, that makes sense.
Considering everyone in Class 7 comes from different backgrounds, I wouldn't be surprised if you had some disagreements.
But I'm sure you get past them and come to understand one another eventually, just like we did. You can do it! Thanks. Really hope I can do that with Machias. Falls ich scheitern sollte, Tova, du hilfst mir, ja? Hey, ich will bauen. Oder können wir jetzt gucken, ob ich kann. And I'm done, finally. What are you doing? It's writing up the Orbital Bike report to send to the Ruhr Institute of Technology. It's a shame that I can't just send it. They're way over the Orbital net, though. Just learned about it the other day in class, but I'm still having trouble believing that it's really in development. An unified network from computers to exchange information sounds almost too helpful to be real. Das nennt man das Internet, mein Freund. Showed us, once it's properly introduced and distributed, the world's gonna be a very different place. It's still in the testing phase now though, so only some lucky spots have access. Unfortunately for me, there aren't any cables connecting us to Ruhr, so I can't send them my reports. Schade, kein Internetanschluss für den. Und ich darf nicht bauen. Aber gut, wir haben mit allen geredet. Wir haben alles gemacht. Können ins alte Schulgebäude. Und gucken, inwiefern sich dieser Dungeon wieder verändert hat. Front doors are locked. I've got the key, so I can start exploring the underground ruins whenever I'm ready. But there's no telling what I'll find in here, so I'd better finish all my other tasks first. Was there anything else I still need to do? You finish exploring? Yep, das kenne ich. Easy. Entering this place doesn't get any less scary, no matter how many times I do it. Time to try calling anyone I can count on to back me up. Future investigations of the old schoolhouse will require you to choose a four-member active party in addition to some old members. Ach, guck mal, kann ich ja alle mitnehmen. So, du und du. Die anderen kann ich ja noch nicht. Makias, Vieh, Yusis und Emma. Finalize party formation. Yeah! It's been about a month already, huh? I'm still kind of scared, but we can't just leave this place locked and pretend nothing weird's going on in here. Yeah, especially with the principal himself asking us to keep exploring it. We'll just have to take things nice and slowly. And I'm counting on you guys for backup.
Understood. I wish to do everything I can to assist in the name of Class 7. Even if more friends were to appear, I'd relish the chance to test my mettle against them.
I feel a lot safer with you around, Laura.
I've heard the stories about this place but quite honestly, I'm having a tough time believing them. A building that changes its layout all on its own seems, well, kind of impossible.
Imagine the only way to truly believe it would be to see it with your own eyes. As soon as we step through the door, you'll be left with no option but to accept that this place is not as it seems. Yeah, I think you're in for quite a surprise. Come on, let's go. Party order. When you have 5 or more party members, you can organize a party in the camp menu or by selecting tactics. Oh, du meinst, so wie ich das exakt ganz am Anfang getan habe, in diesem kleinen Intro-Sektion, die am Spielende war? During characters' turn in battle, you can swap them with reserve combatant using RP and the D-pad. Jupp, da kann ich austauschen. Einfach so. Machen wir so. Und dann haben wir den Gaius hier. Nehmen wir einfach mal eine Runde ohne Reen, oder nicht? Sind die da schön gebaut? Was haben wir alles noch? Ja, nee, Taktik, da kann ich links bauen. Nun mal zur Seite. So, Gaius in die Front. Wen linken wir denn? Den kann ich nicht linken, ne? Nein, er ist ja nicht da. Du geh in die Ecke. Ja, Gaius hat nur mit Elliot ein bisschen Punkte. Gut, dann würde ich noch mal sagen, packen wir euch 2 und euch 2. Die Frontliner, oder? Ja doch, Frontliner und die Backliner. Wir können das ja nachher eventuell einmal abändern. Da wir den auch nicht drin haben, kann ich mich auch nicht mit ihm laufen.
What's going on?
Ist das ein Aufzug? This really is completely different from the last time we were here. What's that pedestal-like structure over there? I mean, we don't know either. I wasn't here last month, none of this was. Yeah, I don't remember it either. The staircase leading down into the ruins is completely gone too. Instructor Sarah said she was going to investigate the ruins in a spare time as well. She didn't mention anything like this. Maybe someone sneaked inside and did this. No, it's too large scale and changed to have been done in such a short of time. The most likely explanation seems to be that the ruins have changed the layout on their own. Again.
You can't be serious. This truly is a fascinating place.
Well, standing around isn't getting us anywhere. Let's go and have a closer look at the pedestal. Nein, ich gehe erstmal drum herum. Denn ich kann das. Yeah. Well, it's definitely a device of some sort. If I were to guess, I'd say it's something similar to an elevator you'd find in a mine shaft. That's what it looks like anyway. An elevator, huh? I wonder if that means we can use this to go deeper underground.
It's worth a shot. Let's see.
There we go. We can use this to descend one floor down. There appears to be other floors beyond that too, but access to anything lower is locked out. Which means the area we explored last month would be the first floor, I suppose. Didn't realize these ruins went farther than that.
My head's starting to hurt.
If the rest of the floors are locked, that seems to suggest someone is trying to stop us or anyone from getting to them. But who would do that and why? I've no idea, but the proof is right here. All of the other floors are off limits. There's no model number or date anywhere either, which suggests this elevator was built at the same time as the building itself, back in the Middle Ages.
You're surprisingly well informed at technology, Alisa. It's not often that girls develop such an interest in machinery.
I don't know that much, it's all just low-level stuff. Plenty of other people could tell the same thing, I'm sure. So what are we going to do? Do you want to try using the elevator to go down to the second floor? Yeah, I think we should, though we have no idea what we're going to find down there. Going to need to be careful. Make sure you're well and truly prepared for anything. Erstmal Flur 1 gucken. Denn so wie das aussieht, scheint es pro Chapter eine Ebene zu geben, die wir dann erkunden dürfen. Vorausgesetzt, das ist hier dieselbe Ebene jetzt. Erstmal resten. Das ist wichtig. Ist auch keinen Schaden gekriegt, aber resten kann man ja trotzdem, ne? This is the first floor. We searched it last month. The only change seems to be the addition of that elevator. Yes, the layout itself looks to be the same as it was before.
Really? If that's the case, there's little need for us to investigate it again.
Yeah, let's just use the elevator and go down to the second floor. Gut, wenn die das sagen. Dann gibt's hier wohl wirklich pro Chapter wie heißt das? Eine Ebene. Ja, wir sehen da 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Denn es gibt Chapter 1 bis 6 plus Prolog und Final. Und Prolog war, wofür da reingeschossen wurden. Ja. Second floor, huh? Everybody off, I guess. Man, none of this was here last month, was it? It's kind of eerie. That door sure looks like the one we saw last time, though. And that means we can probably expect more monsters behind it. Excellent, I'm itching to test my skills against them. We should be careful in here. Monsters may end up being the least of our worries. True, but the 5 of us shouldn't have any problems making good use of combat links, at least. You ready to get started?
Of course, let's head in.
Jawohl, wir sind alle 5 bereit, nur einer nicht. Und das bin ich. Denn ich will die Folge für heute beenden, damit wir in aller Seelenruhe uns der Erkundung des Dungeons hier der Ebene widmen können. In der nächsten Folge am morgigen Tag, wieder um 20:30 Uhr. Ich bedanke mich bis dahin fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut, bleibt am Stade, genieße das Wetter, genieße das Leben. Haut rein, bis denne. Ciao. Oder haltet die Ohren steif und esst immer schöner Gemüse auf. Und legt zeitig schlafen.